It is once again time for Name That Bodybuilder, somewhat of a new series on my channel. I think you guys really enjoy these. I know the views aren't that great for them, but you guys really seem to enjoy them. I can tell from the comment section below. But last we left off, I showed you this silhouette, and that's how I end all of these videos. I show a silhouette, and the first person to name that bodybuilder in the comment section below will get their comment pinned, and it was this bloke here who knew that it was Jim Hayslip. There was a few of you guys that did guess Jim Hayslip, but this guy here, Richie Bacon, Lettuce, and Tomato, he knew that it was Jim Hayslip and not Steve Reeves. I end off with a pretty hard one. And remember, do not edit your comment. If it's edited, I will simply throw it away. Or I'll just leave it there. I won't throw it away. So we end with a tough one. Let us begin episode number 5 with a very easy one. So I show you a silhouette, and it's much funner to play with your friends at home, see who can guess whose silhouette this is first, because I'm sure by now, especially if you are a modern day fan, you know exactly who this is. Now, for a second here, I always reveal the background. This is a major hint. It's a modern day. It's from the Olympia, 2025. It's Mr. Olympia, Derek, as if you guys didn't know. I am sure a good, strong 90%. Unless you're like old school fans. But even then, you're probably aware that it was Derek Lunsford, so I'm sure a lot of you got that one. So we began with a very easy one. Now, roll right along with bodybuilder number 2. And if you ask me, you guys trying to guess at home, if you ask me, this is a very easy one. A recognizable physique, but facially too. I can tell who it is just from the face. Okay, now the background is just a plain white background. It's from a photo shoot, to tell you the truth. So, reveal the answer. It is Cedric McMillan. The late, great Cedric McMillan. I try to have fun with these ones. You know, I could tell who it was just from his face. So, all physique aside, which is a very notable and recognizable physique, it was Cedric McMillan, and I know a good percentage of you guys got that one. Maybe 70, we'll say. Now, like I said, we're just rolling right along with bodybuilder number 3. On the contrary, it is the physique, and the physique alone, that will give this guy away. Do you know at home who this is? Go reveal the background. It's another photo shoot. Having fun with photo shoots today, I see. It's the great one. Sergio Oliva Sr. The original. Come on. Who didn't get that? You should be ashamed of yourself. Unless you're just a modern day fan. If you are a historian, you didn't get that one, give yourself a little slap on the wrist. And speaking of history and historians, bring on bodybuilder number 4. Now, this is strictly for you historian or history buffs. Do you recognize this silhouette? I will give you guys and gals a major hint. This is the actual symbol, or the man that they used for the NABA symbol. NABA. So this has been around for a long time. You want another hint? Here's the background. This guy competed back in the 1940s, for goodness sakes. Undefeated. Nobody ever defeated him. Still don't get it? Or still don't have it? You probably just don't know who it is. It's John Grimmick. John Grimmick, the late great. Well, obviously he's late. I mean, he competed back in probably as early as the 1930s. So this guy retired undefeated. He defeated the likes of Steve Reeves, things of that nature. Clarence Ross, George Eifelman, all them guys. No? Well, history is pretty interesting when it comes to bodybuilding, and John Grimmick, you should definitely know who this guy is. And when it comes to modern day bodybuilding, here is silhouette number 5. When it comes to guys that competed in the last, say, 20 years or so, you should know exactly who this is. You can see it is a freakish type physique, an unmistakable silhouette. Here's the background. I believe this is 2016. So I'm sure if you don't know now, you probably are not going to know who this is. This is Bodybuilder. Rolly the Beast Winkler. He was one of the great ones. And you know, when he competed, he was one of my favorites, if not my favorite bodybuilder. And I'm not saying he was the best or he was robbed, things of that nature. Just loved his physique. Huge, huge fan favorite, Rolly the Beast Winkler. And then we move on to bodybuilder number 6. Judging by these arms, this guy must be bigger than Rolly Winkler. Are you kidding me? There's no way that that's real. Bring on the background. You guys having fun? Look, it's 2004, so it's from the 2004 type era. You guys know who this is? It is none other than Marcus Aurel. Look at the swoop on that bicep peak. It's bigger and better. Actually, you know, this is a modern day Arnold. This is what Arnold's arm would have looked like if he competed in 2004. So unbelievable. He outdoes Rolly Winkler. Maybe. That'd be a good comparison. All right, folks, roll right along to bodybuilder number 7. And you know what? For Cedric McMillan, it was his face. For Sergio, it was his physique. You know what gives this one away? Well, to me anyway, even though I knew who it was, but I think I'd be able to guess who this is based on that flat top haircut. Look at that. You could put a level right on that dude. I'm telling you right now, he's a flat top. And there is no actual background. It's just a black neutral background. So, you guys know who it is? It's Sean Ray. It's Sean Ray, Bob Ciccarello's close personal friend. Sean Ray, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. One of the best, too, for his time. Smaller compared to today's competitors, but man, not a weak point on this guy. Sean Ray. And then we move on to silhouette number 8. This physique. You know who this is, right? Do you know who this is? Bring on the background. It's the Ruby Classic. The Ruby Championships? I thought it was called Ruby Classic. You know who that? It's Big Lenny. May he rest in peace also. A couple of them on here. But Big Lenny, yeah, he was never your IFBB top pro, or not even a pro. But man, could he be recognized, I would suggest. One of the more well-known bodybuilders of his time. For sure. So kudos to Big Lenny for getting mentioned. And then we move on to, oh my, no. It looks like a corpse. You know who this is? I don't know. I figured I would be a little bit funny for this one. Here's the background. Oh, there's people. That's Flex Wheeler's foot. I'll give you a hint. It's the King. It's Ronnie the King Coleman. And I think that is hilarious. He was gonna fall. Look at him. He's in mid-flight. And then, like a heap, he fell to the ground. And then it was like an awkward situation. Kind of did the same thing years later. Where it's just an awkward situation for everybody involved. And I highly doubt that Ronnie even noticed that it was uncomfortable for everybody. You can see everybody's kind of looking away. They don't want to make eye contact. Jay's sitting there thinking, yeah, what can I say? That's Ronnie's ass. Just don't look directly at it. So anyway, a little bit of humor there. Let us go to the final silhouette. This is the last bodybuilder. Take a look. There is some muscle groups, certain muscle groups that may give this one away. All right, it's the calves. The calves are a little bit minute. And the background will give it away. So take your guesses. Here's the background. It says his name. It is the Wolfman. Oh, Dennis Wolf. He was good. But I figured the calves would give it away. So for this one, honestly, guys, gals, I think every one of these were pretty easy. But then again, If you didn't know who they were to begin with, then it's impossible. You wouldn't know who John Grimmick is. You wouldn't know who Dennis Wolf is. And vice versa with all the other guys. But yes, like all of the other videos, we will end with a silhouette. And these ones are getting trickier and trickier. They're getting tougher to guess. But you guys always come through. You came through with Jim Hazlip last time. Most of you guys thought it was Steve Reeves. And this one, I'm sure, most of you guys are going to guess somebody else. I'll tell you a hint. It is not somebody that we seen in this video. Because I believe there is one person that it does kind of resemble. The silhouette anyway. So hit thumbs up on the video. I know you guys do like these ones. And like I said, they don't get a huge pile of views, but I enjoy them, and I hope you guys do too. Have a great one.